Hell's Kitchen is a neighborhood on Manhattan's West Side. In the realm of Marvel comics and adaptations, Hell's Kitchen is the primary setting for multiple street-level heroes. Matt Murdock, a blind lawyer with heightened senses who secretly combats crime under the alias Daredevil. Jessica Jones, a private investigator with superhuman resilience, maintains her office at Alias Investigations here. Luke Cage, a powered hero with bulletproof skin, and Danny Rand, a martial artist known as Iron Fist, also protect this neighborhood and form part of the Defenders group alongside Daredevil and Jones. Criminal control in Hell's Kitchen often shifts between major figures. Wilson Fisk, known as the Kingpin, built Fisk Tower here and influenced crime through corporate and street networks. The Hand, a ninja clan, executed underground plots and conflicts against Daredevil. In the 2010 Shadowland storyline, Daredevil becomes leader of the Hand and erects a temple prison in Hell's Kitchen before other street-level heroes intervene. The Battle of New York left damage that local crime bosses exploited to launder money and rebuild via reconstruction firms. In comic Gang War, crime lord Tombstone seized Hell's Kitchen after pushing out a group called the Heat. Hell's Kitchen remains the main base and battleground for these heroes and hostile forces. It houses key landmarks: Nelson and Murdoch law offices, Alias Investigations, Fisk Tower, and several local hospitals and precincts. Its compact size allows concentrated patrols and frequent conflicts among vigilantes, mobsters, and ninja factions. In adaptations, Hell's Kitchen is portrayed as gritty and declining, matching the noir tone of Daredevil and his allies. Latveria is a sovereign nation in Eastern Europe. Its capital city is Doomstad, centered around Castle Doom, a fortified seat of government and modern stronghold. Statehood was established centuries ago by annexing land from Hungary. Population is approximately 500,000, and the government is a one-man rule under Supreme Lord Dr. Doom, who enforces law via robotic guards and state surveillance. Currency is the Latverian franc. Languages include German, Hungarian, English, Latvian, a dialect of Hungarian, and Romanian. The economy relies on Doom's technological patents, robotics exports, and advanced weaponry. Castle Doom houses Doom's residence and advanced laboratories. Dr. Victor von Doom is the absolute ruler, combining mastery of science and magic. He controls Latvian armed forces, a robotics-based military, and enforces obedience through personality cult and fear. Latveria is a global power due to Doom's technological creations and weapons of mass destruction. Latveria's history in major story arcs includes Doom's takeover and nation-building in Fantastic Four Annual No. 2, the invasion by Fantastic Four and Richards-led administration that dismantled its defenses in Fantastic Four No. 504. Brief rule by Prime Minister Lucia von Bardas, whose actions led to the Secret War event in 2004. Military interventions by S.H.I.E.L.D. and international heroes. Sanctuary for a mutant faction known as Doom's X-Men. And Doom's elevation of mutated citizens onto Doom Island to protect them from global threats. Latveria remains central to Marvel narratives as the autocratic domain of Dr. Doom, blending medieval imagery and cutting-edge innovations, serving as setting for technological feats, magical mysteries, political intrigue, military schemes, mutant affairs, and global crises. The Red Room is a covert Soviet-era training facility in Russia operated by Department X under KGB oversight. It selects orphan girls, sometimes by force, for intense physical combat instruction, acrobatics, weapons handling, tactical techniques, and ballet training to provide cover identities as dancers. Psychological manipulation involves brainwashing with subliminal video messaging and fabricated memories to reinforce loyalty. Medical enhancements include experimentation on longevity and resilience via super soldier-style serum variant. The program created elite female spies and assassins known as Black Widows, such as Natasha Romanova, chosen early, groomed with a false ballet background, and enhanced into a deadly operative. Agents Yelena Belova and Nadia Van Dyne underwent identical selection and conditioning. The only male equivalent, the Wolf Spider program, produced Nico Konstantin, who became uncontrollable and was imprisoned. Notable historical arcs include a mass killing carried out by Dark Ocean Society and a Ronin operative to provoke war with Japan, foiled when a coalition of national heroes disrupted the plan. The facility also experimented with mutants such as Omega Red, using him as a weapon until heroes overpowered and detained him. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Dreykov leads the program. Natasha and her sister Yelena collaborate to destroy the sky-based fortress during the Black Widow storyline. In every medium, the Red Room serves as the central training ground for covert assassins, blending psychological control, biochemical enhancement, and legacy operatives into a relentless espionage complex. Genosha is an island nation off the southeast African coast, first appearing in Uncanny X-Men number 235 as a nation exploiting mutants as state property via a brutal conditioning process administered by Dr. David Moreau and the Genoengineer. This process stripped mutants of autonomy to serve national labor needs. Genosha descended into civil war, pitting humans against oppressed mutants, underscoring its instability. Genoshan magistrates, state enforcers equipped with advanced weaponry, enforced mutant control and captured mutants, including children, through a group known as the Press Gang. The X-Men discovered and rescued kidnapped children such as Jenny Ransom, exposing these abuses. This arc revealed Cameron Hodges' control of the island and ended with heroes liberating captives and toppling the dictatorship. In 1993's Blood Ties, Fabian Cortez instigated a mutant versus human civil war in Hammer Bay. The Avengers and X-Men intervened to halt mutant extremists, including Exodus, and rescued Magneto's granddaughter Luna. Magneto later assumed rulership of Genosha under UN authorization until New X-Men number 114, where Cassandra Nova unleashed Sentinel forces that annihilated the population, ending mutant dominance. Genosha functions as a recurring site of ethnic oppression, mutant sovereignty, violent conflict, political experimentation, and national rebirth. Genosha remains pivotal in Marvel's exploration of mutant rights, humanitarian crises, and changing regimes. The Time Variance Authority is an agency tasked with monitoring and regulating all timelines across the multiverse. It first appeared in Thor number 372. Agents work to prevent dangerous reality branches from forming by removing deviations. The TVA is based within a dimension outside of normal space and time, commonly called the Null Time Zone or Beyond Realm. This place exists independently from any single universe, and its dynamics differ from human timelines. Leadership at the organization includes shadow rulers. In classic comics, the TVA is controlled by Mr. Alternity and He Who Remains, who clone themselves into figures like Mr. Mobius M, Mr. Paradox, Mr. Tesseract, and Mr. Ouroboros. These administrators oversee faceless time trackers, called chronomonitors, and time enforcement troops called Minutemen. Chronomonitors are unmanned clones who watch unique timelines in the TVA's Hall of Chronometry. Each timeline generates a new monitor. When irregularities are detected, administrators send Minutemen or Justices, such as Justice Peace, to prune or handle time criminals. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the TVA appears in the Loki series and in Deadpool and Wolverine. It was created by He Who Remains, a variant who ended the multiversal war, isolated one sacred timeline, and used android timekeepers as a public facade. Variants serving at the TVA have their memories erased and believe they were assigned by those timekeepers. Loki enters a time loop from his past. Mobius and Hunter B-15 realize the TVA's stories about timekeepers are false. Their offices lie in a space where time flows strangely due to its null time zone location. A crisis emerges when Sylvie kills He Who Remains. Branching timelines overload the temporal loom, the machine that weaves the sacred timeline. Leadership, including Judge Gamble and General Dox, decide to stop pruning all variants. Loki discovers the loom is collapsing and realizes maintaining the sacred timeline will require weaving timelines himself. In comics, the TVA also holds trials for time travelers like She-Hulk, using devices like the retroactive cannon to retroactively erase guilty individuals. They have run missions involving Justice Peace, confronting villains such as Zaniac. The TVA remains essential across Marvel media as the guardian of temporal order. It blends high-level bureaucracy with time policing, anchored in a realm beyond conventional existence, and stands at the heart of major story arcs involving the multiverse, temporal justice, and branching realities across comic and adaptation timelines. Madripoor is an island city-state in Southeast Asia. It first appeared in the New Mutants number 32. The capital city shares the island's name and divides into two districts. Hightown, an affluent area with luxury hotels, government offices, the Prince's Palace, and high-end business centers, and Lowtown, known for rampant crime, smuggling hubs like Buccaneer Bay, bars such as the Princess Bar, and underworld factions. Historically, Madripoor was a pirate refuge starting in the 1600s and later became a tax haven that refuses extradition, attracting warlords, smugglers, secret societies, and criminal syndicates. Governance changes frequently among criminal powers. The island hosted major storylines, Wolverine operating under the alias Patch, defending Hightown from pirates and rescuing hostages. In Hunt for Wolverine, X-Men characters joined Kitty Pryde in a search for Logan's Patch persona, uncovering Lowtown's darker schemes. Madripoor remains vital as a crossroads of international crime, mutant politics, and espionage. The Savage Land is a hidden tropical region beneath the Antarctic ice. It maintains a warm climate thanks to a volcanic ring and ancient alien machinery installed by the Knowhere roughly 200 million years ago under the direction of cosmic beings called the Beyonders. This preserve first appeared as The Land Where Time Stands Still in Marvel Mystery Comics number 22 and was later named the Savage Land in Uncanny X-Men number 10. The area hosts diverse prehistoric life, including dinosaurs and early mammals, as well as mutated hominids like man-apes preserved by the Knowhere. Many sentient races share this land. The human-like inhabitants include Kevin Plunder, known as Khazar, who acts as the protector and self-proclaimed Lord of the Savage Land, and his companion Zabu, a saber-toothed tiger. Other key figures include Princess Shanna, who defends the land with Khazar, and villains such as Sauron, pterosaur-turned-envier, Garok the Petrified Man, Zaladane, a sorceress rivaling Shanna, and various Savage Land mutates, locally engineered warriors created by Magneto, later led by Sauron. Famous locations within the land include the Goron Sea, an inland lake for fish people, Mount Flavius, Gondora beneath a dormant volcano, the Valley of Geysers, the Altar of Death for swamp men rituals, and the High Evolutionary's abandoned citadel. The Savage Land remains central to Marvel as a rich, self-contained ecosystem where prehistoric biodiversity, unique cultures, and superhuman conflict converge. Knowhere is a colossal severed head of an ancient celestial floating in space at the edge of the universe, serving as a hub for many species and timelines. It first appeared in Nova, Volume 4, Number 8. The station orbits in a region called the Rip, where dimensions intersect, making it a crossroads and research outpost. It originally functioned as a mining colony owned by the Tyvan Group, harvesting rare celestial materials like bone, brain matter, and spinal fluid. Over time, Knowhere attracted outlaws and smugglers due to minimal law enforcement. Cosmo the Space Dog, a telepathic Soviet space dog enhanced by cosmic radiation, serves as the station's chief of security and key liaison to visiting cosmic travelers. The Guardians later established Knowhere as their base, utilizing its teleportation device called the Continuum Cortex. They used it to launch missions including the battle to close the fault and interventions during cosmic crises. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Knowhere first appeared in Thor: The Dark World and was later featured in Guardians of the Galaxy. It was originally owned by the Collector before being acquired by the Guardians, who repaired damage from Thanos' attack and installed engines to convert it into a mobile city. Knowhere is vital as both a cosmic frontier port and an observatory, blending commerce, exile, science, and refuge. It plays a central role in Marvel's cosmic sagas across both comic and screen adaptations.